A wildfire in Southern California this weekend that had residents evacuating their homes and more than 500 firefighters on the job. Plus, the increasing rate of teen pregnancy in the valley, what officials are doing to raise awareness and take action about the growing issue.
And later, we continue on with our family-friendly Las Vegas franchise. Clarissa Lovett visits a place where kids can learn and play at the same time.
Just a couple days ago, Betty Willis, the woman who designed the iconic Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas neon sign, died Sunday in her Overton, Nevada home. She was 91 years old.
The sign was introduced back in 1959 and has been a tourist spot for them to take pictures in the middle of the street on Las Vegas Boulevard. Executive Director of the Neon Museum stated that it's the most recognizable icon in the world.
Willis never copyrighted the sign and considered it a gift to the city.
A second person has been arrested in the human trafficking case of a 14-year-old girl. Minot police say the teen was abducted from Las Vegas and taken to North Dakota by 18-year-old Kevin Fleming. Fleming was arrested on Monday and will be taken back to North Dakota, where he'll be facing felony human trafficking charges. Police earlier charged Tyra Meadows of Las Vegas with the same charges involving the case. Authorities say that Meadows told police she thought the girl was 18 and tried to help her escape from her mother. The new information on Fleming has led to a new investigation on the disappearance of a 16-year-old girl who was last seen at McCarran International Airport last week.
Los Angeles Kings forward Jarrett Stoll was arrested last Friday at the Wet Republic pool in the MGM Grand. According to the police report, Stoll was allegedly in possession of 3.3 grams of cocaine and 8.1 grams of ecstasy at the time of his arrest. The police say that Stoll attempted to hide the drugs in his board shorts before going through a security checkpoint at the pool, disregarding the sign warning guests that they will be patted down upon entrance. When being asked what was in the baggie that contained the white powder, Stoll admitted to it being cocaine. The veteran NHL player, who is a two-time Stanley Cup champion, since has been released on a $5,000 bond.
Today, the sentencing phase for Boston Marathon bomber Dzhokhar Tsarnaev begins, where prosecutors are pushing for the death penalty. Last week, Tsarnaev was found guilty on 30 counts related to the 2013 Boston bombings that killed 3 and injured more than 260 people. On April 15th, during a long court trial, not much was learned about the 21-year-old, but attorneys feel more information will be released about his life and reasonings to his criminal behavior. Defense attorney George Kendall stated that jury will receive a lot of information about him, his life, how he grew up, where he was emotionally. In the series of hearings from Tsarnaev, victims and victims' family members and other credited officials will determine whether the convicted terrorist will face life in prison or the death penalty. The final decision is left up to the jury.
A wildfire in Riverside County, California was sparked this weekend due to an unattended cooking fire, which led to a mandatory home evacuation in the area.
Anytime we have structures threatened, life and property are our priorities, so it is serious.
No, that's the wrong one. The fire burned in the Prado Dam flood control basin, and according to the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection, the area's vegetation has not burned in decades and therefore is about 3 feet of combustible dried up debris burning. So far, officials say they have contained about 35% of the fire. No injuries and no property damage have been reported. Now Ezra Maha fills us in with what's going on around the world. Ezra?
This is a example of what the drought has done to these fuel conditions. Normally this wouldn't burn in this type of area. Right now, if you the wind is creating itself from the fire, so we're seeing an aggressive critical rate of spread.
Thanks, Becca, and good afternoon, everyone. I'll go ahead and update you on the international news this week. We take a look at the suicide bombing that left 4 people dead and 18 injured. The attack was targeting the U.S. consulate on Friday in the city of Erbil in Iraq. According to several Twitter accounts linked to the terror group, ISIS claimed its responsibility for the attack, although 4 people were killed and others were injured. According to U.S. State Department spokeswoman Mary Harf, all U.S. consulate personnel were safe.
I don't know, this is very bad. I think I need a hospital.
The situation in Yemen has been unstable for the past weeks as the Houthis continue to fight Saudi-led airstrikes. According to a Pentagon official, the aircraft carrier USS Theodore Roosevelt moved off the coast of Yemen to prep for interception with potential Iranian weapons shipment, coming as aid to the rebels who are fighting the U.S.-backed Yemeni government. The operation to take place in the Gulf of Aden and the Arabian Sea, including the Strait of Bab el-Mandeb, to ensure safety of important shipping lanes in the region. After 9 years of Saddam Hussein's execution, Iraqi militia leader Izzat Ibrahim al-Duri, who was the right-hand man of closest friend of Saddam Hussein, was reported dead after a fight in Salah al-Din province, just north of Baghdad. Governor of Salah al-Din said that he died during an attack by soldiers and allied Shia militiamen east of Tikrit. There has been rumors of his death for the past few years. However, this time his body was sent for a DNA testing to confirm his death. The ousted president of Egypt, Mohamed Morsi, was sentenced today to 20 years in jail. Morsi was deposed by the military in July 2013 after a mass street protest against his government. The court ruled according to charges of ordering the arrest and torture of protesters during his rule. This is the first verdict he has received since July 2013. At various points during his trial, Morsi said that he was still the president of Egypt and refused to recognize the court as legal. And on a brighter note, the newest royal baby-to-be already is a betting topic. Some gamblers has already placed their bets as high as $3,000 on what baby girl of Prince William and Duchess Kate will be named. Other bets included hair color, weight, and other traits of the baby. However, the attention and interest hasn't peaked yet as expected. That's all the international news I have for you today. Stay with us for more on Studio G. We'll be right back.
Teach for America is an opportunity to inspire children to be the best they can be.
When I grow up, I want to be an actor. When I grow up, I want to be a police officer.
Give Nevada a brighter future by enriching our children's lives and inspiring them to achieve their greatest potential.
When I grow up, I be a scientist. When I grow up, I want to be a lawyer. When I grow up, I want to be a paramedic.
It really does make an impact in their future.
You can apply online at teachforamerica.org.
Nevada teen pregnancy rates are one of the highest in the country. Reporter Dina Banning attended a Teen Pregnancy Coalition workshop and spoke with leaders advocating for better sex education in Southern Nevada public schools.
With teen pregnancy being a controversial issue, some have said that TV shows like Teen Mom and 16 and Pregnant have glorified this lifestyle, but according to the program coordinator for Planned Parenthood, Brenda Aguilar, this is not the case.
The national campaign did a study on that, and they did show that 77% of teens said that watching 16 and Pregnant helped them realize more of the consequences for teen pregnancy, and it actually did bring more awareness. And I think it has to be a part of why teen pregnancy rates are declining.
Although the country has experienced decreased teen pregnancy rates, Nevada is still in the top 10. Nevada taxpayers spent $68 million on teen pregnancy in 2010 for girls ages 15 to 19. The coalition is presenting state statistics and encouraging what they believe to be better sex education in public schools.
Right now in Nevada, we have abstinence-only education in the schools, and we know that research shows that abstinence-based education doesn't work as well as evidence-based education, which includes talk about abstinence and contraceptive use.
With 43.8% of students claiming to have had sex, 20% of total students admitted they've never used a contraceptive. Studies have shown that 1 in every 3 parents drops out of high school. They face many more hardships and disadvantages in their futures.
Most teen parents go under welfare. They are more likely to drop out of high school. And basically what it does, it creates this cycle of poverty.
The Clark County School District has done what they believe is best to advocate against teen pregnancy in the classrooms, but the coalition believes the curriculum needs to be improved. Clark County School District Administrator Shannon Leneve explains the importance of sex education.
Education is the key. If they don't have the information, they can't make informed decisions, and then they won't have the tools in their tool belt to make the decision that they need in order to stay healthy.
For more information on the Southern Nevada Teen Pregnancy Prevention Coalition, you can visit their Facebook page at facebook.com/so-nevada-teen-pregnancy-prevention-coalition. UNLV is helping the fight against cancer by hosting the annual Relay for Life event. Reporter Sherelle Moore attended this year's campout.
So the event we're at right now is Relay for Life. It is one of the American Cancer Society's signature events. It's just an all-night fundraiser where we like to have fun, music, games, and mainly we like to celebrate those who have fought cancer, and we like to try to remember them, and at the end of the night we try to fight back.
The Relay for Life event starts at 6 p.m. and ends at 6 a.m. Students camp out with the goal of staying awake the whole night in support of finding a cure for cancer. Activities go on throughout the night to help keep everyone awake.
We have a lot of games, we have a lot of music, we have a lot of events and stuff. Some of our stuff is like this relay, things like the Luminaria event, which is probably my favorite part.
In that case, our winner is Carly. The seafoam green. Congratulations, Carly.
Fight isn't over until the sun comes up. All the proceeds for the event go straight to cancer research. Aside from being a participant in the Relay for Life, there are a lot of ways that you can get involved.
He was my friend, he was my BFF!
Join the committee and help us set up the event the event for the year. So there's one every year, and we like to have people help us out. Join the committee by either getting in contact with the ACS office, our local ACS office here in Las Vegas. They can contact the Colleges Against Cancer, which is the organization here at UNLV. We have our own Relay for Life committee.
For more information about Relay for Life or to find a relay near you, visit cancer.org. For Studio G, I'm Sherelle Moore.
The American Cancer Society holds many other events throughout the year to support the fight against cancer. For more information, go to cancer.org.
The National Association of Broadcasters show comes every year to Las Vegas with many products and technology in the industry of entertainment and news. Reporter Ezra Malha takes us to an NAB for a peek at this year's show. Take a look.
With over 1,700 companies at the NAB show this year, I bring you what some companies showcased in the South Hall of the Las Vegas Convention Center. Aside from new tech showing its new technology with Skype video calls, enhancing the video quality to match the definition of in-studio cameras. And at the Avid's booth, we saw 2 editors from the editing team of The Hobbit, showing us the making of the movie. Let's see what key people from the industry told us about what they're showcasing this year.
We're showcasing on the technology side APENPS, which is the most installed news production software system in the United States. A multi-platform news production system that allows anybody in a TV station or online to publish their news any way they need from the same centralized system.
When people think of Associated Press, historically they think of The Wire and our tech stories, but there's a lot more than just that. We're talking about our AP Video US, which is our domestic video product. We're talking about AP Images, which is our photo library of everything that we shoot, our photographers shoot themselves. We're talking about some of the new things we're doing for different platforms, like Digital News Experience, which brings content, a lot of content on a lot of different topics to help people actually, rather than just being an expense item, actually be a revenue generator.
Here at NAB 2015, we're showing some new products that are very, very interesting. We have our technological exhibit using 8K technology. Actually, the cameras that we have here in our booth are the same ones that are being used by NHK, and hopefully they'll be used in the upcoming 2020 Olympics.
We have so many products, it would take me half an hour, but basically what we're doing is we're the world's leading broadcast graphics company. We're doing studio automation and media asset management. Those are the 3 product lines. Below that you find a multitude of products. Our business idea is that broadcasters will be doing more with maybe less resources going forward, and to get a very efficient workflow with really high quality.
We are showcasing the latest things we've developed, especially on our platform Galaxy, on Buffin, on Brio. Typically transcoding, if you want to automate several tasks that you need to aggregate one with each other, and you redo that every week, and you want to typically push it on a button, and I want to do it, you see the display, graphical display, you can create the display. It's very easy and convenient.
This is all I have for you from this year's NAB show. For Studio G, I'm Astra Malha.
NAB attracts many visitors from all over the world to stay updated about the latest in the industry. If you missed this year's show, make sure to visit their website to know more about next year's events at nabshow.com. After the break, Dina Banning sits down with Sue Grunfest and her furry little friend. You won't want to miss it.
We don't understand why people who have voluntarily served our country should ever be homeless. Our goal is to provide them with all the services that we possibly can to get them back on their feet and becoming productive members of society again.
I used to have to do things, bad things, just to get by.
I was scared to come home sometimes. The gang knew where I lived.
Mommy said she couldn't afford it, but I want to be a singer when I grow up. I like singing.
I'm not afraid anymore. My life has changed.
My dreams are coming true!
I realize now that my world is so much bigger.
The name of the show is Latin Nights with Ana. The music is Latin themed, dancing music, like for a Friday night, like if you're going out. While you get ready, you dance to the music that's being played. I would like them to have fun with the music that I play, feel connected to me even though that they don't know me, but that the music that I play for them is what they like and what they want to dance to. My name is Ana and the name of my show is Latin Nights with Ana, and you can listen to me at therebelhd2.com.
pets used for therapy. That's what Love Dog Adventures hopes to accomplish using interactive animals who assist in inspiring physical and emotional healing. Joining me today is Sue Grundfest from the organization to give us a little more information on therapy dogs and their work.
Hi, Dina.
Hi. Okay, so can you tell us who this little guy is today?
This is Petey. He's 4 pounds. He's our oldest dog in the program and also our smallest. And I adopted him when he was 11 years old. He's almost 13 now. Wow. He's a very special dog.
So can you tell us why he's so special?
Well, first of all, he has no teeth and he doesn't have a full lower jaw. I'm talking about you. And he has ears like Yoda, which we think are awfully cute, and he's almost blind and deaf. But what's really special about him is just his temperament. He is just the sweetest thing in the world. Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell me maybe a little bit about the training that these animals undergo?
First of all, it's really the handler that is taught. We are an affiliate of Pet Partners, which is the international therapy program that certifies us. And we really look at the handler first. We want to make sure that the volunteer end of the leash was well prepared to work with the different populations. And then in terms of the training for the animals, and it's not just dogs, we want to know that they were trained positively and with no harsh training, that they have a natural affiliation for people. That is way more important than if they can sit or stay. We do need well-behaved, good, obedient dogs. But we really want to know, like he's looking all around, he's interested in everyone, but he's not barking, jumping, licking. He's not excited. He's just naturally confident and happy. And he was an 11-year-old dog, and he started working at that age. So we just really want that natural connection first between the owner and the other end of the leash, and then it goes on from there.
So can you tell us a little bit about the other animals that you guys have in the organization?
Well, for us now, we only have a cat, but we did have a horse at one time. Pet Partners does register, test, train, and register 9 different species. In Vegas, we are mostly dogs, and a lot of our facilities really are not welcoming cats at this point, but we do have a wonderful therapy cat. But it's really the animal, that specific animal, not the breed, not the species, that makes the cut.
So there's an event going on today on campus. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
There is. We took a break from several other dogs at the Boyd Law Library, and we have 5 dogs visiting with students, helping them de-stress and just take a little break in the day. So we have 3 other dogs that we left there with the students. And Petey is just so happy to have come over here to meet you.
So tell me more about other events that you guys have had and what other events you have in the future, I
Well,
suppose.
really every day our team of volunteers, over 30 of us, are out in the community doing therapeutic or educational work. Petey works with very special children, as does my other dog, Benny, etc. But the events, we're on the college circuit now, so we will be back at Boyd Law Library tomorrow from 4:30 to 6 on the 3rd floor. Then next week we're at Nevada State College on the 28th. If you're a student there, we'll be there from 10 to 12. And then we're back at UNLV May 5th and 6th. The schedule is up on their schedule, I know, and we'll be at the Lead Library.
So how does it make you feel to see these animals interacting with others?
I'll tell you, it's really therapeutic in a lot of ways. And some of the work that the dogs do with their owners are bringing about breakthroughs, such as children on the autism spectrum who never spoke or never made eye contact. Through the healing power of the animals, we're able to touch something in them, or the elderly that are perhaps very, very physically challenged populations we work with. But when we come to something like the colleges, and people say, why are you doing that? What's the point? A student under a lot of stress, spending 5 minutes petting a calm dog, and the trick is calm, like this, it's better than a coffee break, better than a walk. It's saying, you know what, students have told us, I can now take this break, I can go back to studying. I needed this. And they also enjoy talking to our volunteers who say, how are you doing? I was a student once, tell me how are things going? And they get to relax. And once people relax, the good hormones start moving around like the endorphins, and that makes you calm. So we don't want excitable dogs. They're not here to play and jump with you. We're not playing ball. We want you to say, I'll stroke a dog and I'll talk to you and my day's better.
Okay, so now tell us how the community can help this organization.
Well, Love Dog Adventures has been an affiliate of the Pet Partner Program for 6 years here in Las Vegas, and we are very proud that we have just become a 501c3.
Congratulations.
And do you know who helped us through this?
Who?
The William S. Boyd Nonprofit Legal Clinic. We are a client of theirs. So we have our first event on May 18, Monday, May 18, which happens to be National Animal Therapy Day, and we'll be celebrating with the Love Dogs, isn't that fitting? From 4 to 7 at a restaurant called Mingo's downtown. And all that information is on www.lovedogadventures.org, and then just click on events. And it's free. Come. We have fabulous raffle gifts, and you'll get to see some of our animals and de-stress while you have a nice margarita. What could be better?
Wonderful. I don't think anything could be better.
What could be better?
Thank you so much. So be sure to go and visit Dogs today until 1 and tomorrow from 4 to 6 in the Boyd Law School. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you.
In a town full of gambling and casinos, one place caters to children specifically. During this week's family-friendly Las Vegas, reporter Clarissa Levitt takes us to Discovery Children's Museum.
Welcome to the ultimate children's playground.
Discovery Children's Museum is all about playing is learning.
The museum, unlike others, allows children to touch and play with everything they see.
All of our exhibits are based in our core curriculum teachings of early childhood development, science and nature, and arts and humanities. So the exhibits all reflect those teachings.
The curriculum isn't the only thing that parents enjoy about bringing their children to the museum.
That he has the freedom just to play, that he can use his imagination. He loves the water area. It gives us some place to go when it's really hot outside or when it's really cold. It's a place for him to play and just use his energy and his imagination, so he really likes it. There's all the learning aspects too. We really like that too. So.
Children can experience many exhibits, such as the water exhibit, where they learn about the force and fun of water. There is also an exhibit that teaches children about healthy eating habits and appropriate sleep requirements. Children can work for money in the Eco City exhibits to teach them the value of $1. And lastly, through the use of art, coloring, and puzzles, children get to use their imagination and creativity.
It's just so much fun to see the kids and their smiling faces and them learning and playing, not realizing that they're learning.
The Children's Museum isn't just for kids. Adults want to be kids sometimes too. For Studio G, I'm Clarissa Levitt.
Entry costs $14.50 per person unless you are under 1 year old or over 99 years old. For more information, visit discoverykidslv.org.
Another event that was not only family-friendly, but also pet-friendly was Mix 94.1's 16th Annual Petapalooza. The event was free to the public and held last Saturday at Sunset Park, where over 40 nonprofit animal rescue groups were in attendance. Donations were accepted and people were able to adopt cats and dogs on site. All dogs and their owners were welcome to come join in on the fun, where live music, carnival rides, food and drinks, and even an obstacle course for the pups to play on were available. Now that's adorable.
So fun.
Did you get to go?
I haven't been, but I would like to. But I feel like if I went, I would just adopt too many animals.
Do you have a dog?
I have 2.
I have 2. Well, I would have gone if I knew way in advance, but next year we'll have to go together.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And that's a wrap for another edition of Studio G.
Join us tomorrow as we keep you posted on new and developing stories around the city. I'm Chelsea Bangle.
And I'm Becca Dimmick. Have a great day, Las Vegas.